Madre John, Nad, and Juanito in Acamal, Mexico. Sitting here outside, we've had a couple of bad days. The polar vortex that hit the U.S. did stretch down here, and it's been bad weather for a couple of days. So the sun is out, and I came out of the house. I'd been cold there overnight, working with my videos this morning. The videos I'm working with, a couple of them have to do with how hard my life, honestly, and my time on the road have been, all the challenges I faced, all the reasons to keep going, because if I've gotten through all this, I got through 30 years of being misdiagnosed as bipolar. I got through being arrested in Orizaba on a technicality and fighting for that kid who got beat up in my cell. I did manage to get that jailer punished. I did manage to come back with a report about how brilliant Orizaba is and how sophisticated the human resource department is there. I, who worked in human resources at AT&T and Ford, yeah, I've got a lot to report. So I'm meant to keep going. I did detail the fact that I'm still poor, that last night my dinner was a bag of potato chips, and I managed to keep going. So I'm proud of myself for all that. And if I keep my eyes open, I notice that life is taking care of me all the time, that none of that has been bad. The fact that I am embedded right now with Mexican poor, people at this end of the pueblo, which this pueblo is poor, but this end of the pueblo is really poor. And I teased that my middle-class expat friends in Cozumel would be horrified at the housing stock where I'm living. They would. They would. Marisol and Raul, who managed somehow to take care of 7 dogs, all 3 dogs that hang out at my house and the others that visit, all belong there. They are beautiful people living in a house that they're remodeling, maybe building from scratch, because this part of the pueblo only was reclaimed from jungle 8 years ago. I've got videos up where you get glimpses of what it's like at this end of the pueblo. Roads that fill up with water when it rains. Housing stock that, by American standards, would make you cry. How can they live like that? Well, they're happy. So is it an accident that I am deeply embedded with the Mexican poor after 2 years of really being embedded with genuine Mexicans? Is it a coincidence? Is it a bad thing that I'm here now getting to know people who say that that's a table? Using it as a table, it's not much of a table. That the pot that the plant is in, which is an old bottle of some kind of cleaner or something that they're reusing as a pot, that these people who not only keep going, but it doesn't occur to them to complain. I made a video a couple weeks ago about it doesn't occur to them to have comfort zones. The reason that Mexicans don't take off their hot sweatshirt when the day turns hot is they're not concerned about being comfortable. No, me and my middle class friends in the US, ooh, it's uncomfortable. I want to be comfortable. Their lives are so uncomfortable. Now, I lived for 4 years in a camper van. That was pretty uncomfortable. Most of my middle class friends wouldn't consider that. It was good for me. But these people put on clean clothes every day, hang them out on the line because they don't have dryers, put clean clothes on their kids every day, inexpensive clothes, not name brand, no. And they carry on and they sing and whistle. When the 8 guys were putting concrete on that floor there, they sang and whistled and teased and laughed all day while they were working in the hot sun all day. These people know how to live. They have secrets to living that in America you cannot find. It's awfully hard to find examples of living like this. In Appalachia I did. They were similar. Very similar, amazingly similar. The people in Appalachia that we in Asheville despised for being rednecks. So 4 years of learning from this stuff, which has taught me to be humble, taught me to say, if these people they don't just carry on, they have good lives. They have rich lives. They have beautiful families. They have incredibly happy kids. Happy kids, shockingly happy in Mexico. So I got to keep going. I have challenges. My passport was stolen. If I want to move to Tulum where there are other people like me and I might be able to sell my programs and have a little more money, just a little more, enough expendable money that I could buy avocados every day, you know? So yeah, there have been times that I feel like crying about my life, but I go back to songs like What a Long Strange Trip It's Been, Paul Simon, The Weight from the band, music to inspire me to keep me going. Beautiful dogs. These dogs that I get to hang out with here, from the crazy little puppy to the beautiful princess, so much dignity. I learn. And by God, I'm going to keep going. By God, I will keep going. And I may cry. I do cry. I cry on a regular basis, grieving, usually not because I'm feeling sorry for myself. This last night and this morning has just been coming home to me. Wow, you've been poor so long. Your whole trip, you've been poor, man. Just barely piecing it together. But life guides me. Life teaches me. Life is taking really good care of me. And I will, by God. Gracias a Dios. They've taught me so much about being grateful to God. Yeah, I'd be a fool to complain. And I've got lizards. I get to play with the lizards in my backyard. They don't let me pet them yet. I tell them eventually a day will come that you'll let me pet you. Probably not. And in the park, I have iguanas. That's amazing. I'd be a fool to complain.